Let's talk about a feeling that every single creator knows deep down. That moment you're standing right at the edge of an empty space, ready to start something new. It's this universal challenge, you know? It doesn't matter if your tool is a keyboard, a pen, or a paintbrush.
For the developer, this is it. A black screen and that silent, rhythmic pulse. It's supposed to be an invitation, right? But sometimes, man, it feels more like a standoff. And for the writer, well, the void looks like this. A perfect, untouched page that kind of holds the weight of every story that hasn't been told yet. There's a reason they call it the terror of the blank page. Then, for the artist, it's this. A stark white canvas, just waiting for a form that, for now, only exists in their mind. So you've got three totally different fields, but they all share the exact same intimidating starting point. Absolutely nothing. And here's the crazy part about that moment. That emptiness holds this incredible promise, right? The hope that you could create anything. But it's always shadowed by this paralyzing fear that you might create nothing at all. It's this crossroads of potential and just intense pressure. So how do you get across that line? How do you actually begin? The answer isn't some big, complicated secret. It all comes down to one simple but incredibly profound act, making that very first mark. For a developer, it's usually this simple line of code, but it's so much more than a command. It's like a rite of passage. It's the very first voice that breaks the digital silence. It's a declaration to the universe, and really to yourself, that this project has officially begun. For a writer, it could be a sentence as simple and, honestly, as mundane as this. But the second it's on the page, the paper isn't silent anymore. That one sentence sets a tone. It creates a little path, and it basically invites the next sentence to come along. And for an artist, that first brushstroke, it's totally transformative. The fear of that empty void is immediately replaced by a new kind of tension. That single line divides the space, it suggests form, and it's proof that you, the creator, have finally moved past the paralysis. But okay, if it's really just one mark, why is it so incredibly difficult? Why does it feel so heavy? The answer isn't a physical one. It's this really powerful psychological barrier we all build. We hesitate because we're chasing this illusion, this myth of the perfect start. We think the first line of code has to be efficient and elegant. The first sentence has to be captivating. The first stroke has to be flawless. This pressure to get it exactly right from the jump is the single biggest thing holding us back. But here's a little secret from one of the masters himself. Even Ernest Hemingway knew that beginnings are not supposed to be perfect. And this quote, it's not an insult, it's permission. It's giving you permission to start messy, to be imperfect, and to just get something, anything, down on the page. I mean, this just shows that creation is never a single event. It's always a process. Every single creative field has its own version of this. The goal isn't to start perfectly. It's just to start with something that you can then shape and improve later on. So once you let go of that obsession with perfection, you can discover this incredible power that's hidden in a small, simple, maybe even flawed start. You see, creativity is a chain reaction. That first imperfect mark isn't the end goal, it's the catalyst. One line of code suggests the next function you need to write. One sentence begs for a response. One brushstroke guides where the next one should go. A small start doesn't just begin the work, it actually creates its own momentum. But there's something else, something deeper happening here. The courage to start is also the courage to look in a mirror. That first mark reflects exactly where you are right now. Your skills, your thoughts, your feelings, and it does it without any judgment. It's an honest record of this moment in time, and that's a really powerful thing to embrace. Okay, so what do we do with all this fear we've been talking about? Well, we don't try to get rid of it. We reframe it. It turns out, fear is actually a sign that you care deeply about what you're making. It can be an amazing motivator. The fear of bugs, that leads to better testing. The fear of a reader being confused, that leads to clearer writing. Fear, when you learn how to use it, actually pushes you to do better work. And this right here, this is the ultimate reframe. That blank slate you were so afraid of, it's not a threat of failure. It's a gift of absolute freedom. It's that rare and beautiful chance to bring something new into the world, to try a new idea, to tell a new story. And so we come full circle, right back to the beginning. The cursor is blinking. The pen is resting on the page. The brush is loaded up with paint, just poised and ready to go.
You see, that void isn't an obstacle, it's an opportunity. That fear isn't a stop sign, it's fuel. Everything you actually need to begin is right here, right now. So the only real question left is, are you ready to take that first step?